Well, incontinence in many ways is a result of many different forms of pathology or many different abnormalities. One could have incontinence as a reflection of not being able to empty the bladder. It could be a sign of prostate problems. It could be a sign of many different conditions. It could be a sign of cancer in certain situations, but usually that is not the case. So incontinence by itself needs to be evaluated by a specialist to see how it should be treated, how it should be evaluated. Overactive bladder, for example, is one of the more common causes of incontinence, and that may be very well treated just with a pill or other forms of treatment. There are other forms of treatment that may eventually require surgery. It is in the purview of a urologist to review all those situations and see what works out the best for the patient. There's several different kinds of incontinence. We tend to separate them out into stress incontinence, where people leak when they cough or sneeze. This is more typical in women who've had multiple childbirths. There's also urge incontinence, where one gets the urge to urinate, and before they get to the bathroom, they lose control. There's also what we call incontinence without awareness. People are just walking around not knowing that they're leaking. And those could all be signs of different things. So there are multiple types of incontinence, and the treatments vary depending on the pathology involved, on the problems involved. I would tell you that the vast majority of incontinence is correctable, the vast majority. So that you should definitely seek treatment. In a young patient, it might be a sign of things they were born with, some abnormalities of the spinal cord that maybe they didn't know about. Those are unusual. The vast majority are people that require either some pills or some kind of change in their habits, or perhaps some kind of minor surgery, a relatively small surgery. There's no surgery that we really call minor. So there's many different options. One should not be resigned to being incontinent.